everyone. Yes, you all in the back over there, the guy over there in the yellow. Ted, I need you over here too.
The
yes,
guy in the yellow.
You're doing amazing, but I'm
calling everyone out.
You over there, if you're comfortable over there, then never mind. Never mind, because we own the electronic cannabis in this place, and I owe y'all a lot of money. Should be crazy. All right. As it always should be, before I say another word, there's something that needs to be made known right now.
Thank you everyone for gathering right here. So, before we get too caught up with the speeches that are about to follow later in this day, we're going to take a moment to respectfully acknowledge a vital part of Salem's history. Today we are organizing on the land of the Kalapuya. Their connection to this land was interrupted many years ago when the first colonial settlers arrived in the Willamette Valley. Our presence here today is but a brief moment in the rich and long-standing history of this land. A history that is well known to the Kalapuya and their descendants that live on through the Confederate tribes of the Grand Ronde and the Confederated tribes of the Siletz Indians. Though surely this statement alone does no justice for the years of colonization, oppression, and genocide that the tribes in Oregon and across Turtle Island have endured through the years, hearing this out loud today may be someone's first step towards wanting to do better for these people who still remain in our community today. And lastly, let it be known that the organizations present here today aim to undo the systems of injustice that continue to oppress Native Americans in our country. So let's take a moment to offer gratitude. Gratitude to the land beneath us, the trees to our sides, and the people that took care of it so that we could witness it here today. Thank you.
Hello, rice pudding.
It's about time we're doing this again, huh? Thank you so much for being here today. This is the Say Gay Radical Pride Rally Halloween edition. Now I try not to cry. My name is Samuel Townsend. I am the chair of Say Oregon. I am also the treasurer of Salem DSA. And
Speak for yourself.
I am a member of this community.
Yes, free Palestine.
Y'all are here today because y'all know that the LGBTQIAS community has the right to say gay.
Hey, Randy.
It doesn't matter what any fascist says, any weird-ass Republican says. It doesn't matter what Trump says or the Supreme Court says. Nah, we are here. We're not going anywhere. We are visible. We are present.
From jail.
There's no motherfucker here that's gonna tell you to hide yourself because they're too afraid of it. Woo! Over here saying that you're too much. Yes, we're too much. We're bold, we're loud, we're us.
Yes!
You're very correct.
Yes, queen!
There's too much oppression going on with this.
Oh, we're just getting started. So there's booths everywhere. Booths.
So
everywhere.
I want you to enjoy this. Check out every vendor here, especially our coalition partners, which I want to thank really quickly. DSA, Salem, Eugene, and Portland DSA. Latinos Unidos Siempre, also known as LUCE. And Oregon CPUSA. Both Portland, Salem, and Albany YCF. I want to thank Salem Capital Pride for sponsoring this event.
Is that a threat, Branson?
I want to thank Turtle Island Patient Services for keeping us from being dealt with by people. I want to give a random ass shout out to that protester right there that felt it was their right to protest this rally. Though I don't give you a message, I respect someone who stands by what they believe in, so I give you respect for that. Though saying Trump won is looking kind of weird, I'm not gonna lie. Carrying on.
You said I wouldn't do anything. Do you expect me to show up at your house? Because you're not worth my time.
Thank you for Portland Family Doulas for basically being the keep Samuel alive for the love of God table, because I won't drink any water at all for this. And thank you to each and every vendor here that when I reached out and asked them, do they want to do this? Every single one said yes, and they're here.
Look at that joke
and
of a human over there.
They believe in all of us.
Look at her. Have you even looked at my 100-day plan?
And I also want to thank
doubt you have.
now for approving the land acknowledgement speech, because we do not want what happened last year with the stage happening again now. Because no,
All by her lonesome.
which is crazy. So we're gonna get some music going. Enjoy the vendors. Enjoy everything here. If you want to join Say Gay, because we're a working group and we're going to start bringing in members to start doing more. We're going to start doing a campaign for the youth. We're going to start doing a campaign for us people that is in the working class. If you want to join Say Gay Oregon, go to that table right there with the person named Jordan right there. My apologies, Gordon. Gordon, raise your hand. That one right there. Keep in mind, we are a working group, so that means they also are joining DSA. Keep that in mind. If you need more information, he has some. DSA in the back have some. And buy some things, get some more information. Go to HIV Alliance, they need some more information. They need some more info within our community that pertains to you regarding STDs and things of the like. If you need masks, every single table has some. Take one, take them all. Please don't give me a little charge, please. That's just expensive. And just last but not least, and especially last but not least, thank you, every single one of you, for giving Say Gay Oregon a chance. Thank you for believing in Say Gay. Thank you for trusting Say Gay. Thank you for being present. From the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. Now, go buy some things, go get some more information, enjoy yourself, listen to music, let's have ourselves a good time, shall we?
Woo! Woo!
Thank you.
I don't think there's going to be any more speakers. Oh, God. Yeah, so I'm here at the Indigenous Now tent canopy with Hannah. Do you want to say hi?
Hi! Hi, guys!
So we're right there. You can come over and say hi. I might walk around and introduce myself to some of these people that set up this event. But yeah, we're here. Come on and say hi and learn some things. Learn some things. And you guys, go follow. So you can follow them on Facebook and Instagram. We're here till 5. And then if you want to help support them, you can do this, put this in the notes. And then we also have a donation jar for them as well if you come here. It's still windy and cold, but I will see you guys. Hopefully you guys come over and say hi. We're in Salem, Oregon. So I'm gonna get off the live now and get to work. Bye, guys. Hey guys, speeches are about to be done. Luce is talking. It's still cold. I think my beanie shrunk in the dryer though. I love quilting.
You do?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. No, I can sell, but I think maybe next year just get material and then
I'm gonna turn the camera around, you guys.
I used to wear living here a lot.
Yeah, they already got taken from the table. Hey, C, you're just now joining. I just started. Why don't you sit down and be respectful? Or did your mother not teach you how to do that?
As you can tell,
Thank you, Susie.
So I think around Salem, there's like Market for the Strange and Night Market and Jesse.
This isn't my event.
That's where I got it from, Jesse.
Hi, Garbage Can Juice. Do you think this is my event?
Yeah, I'm surprised.
I'm at somebody else's event, so try again.
Find one. I've got plenty of canvas, and I know where to buy ink super cheap, so I can always make this into a stencil. I absolutely.
Hannah, I'm live right now. Do you want to tell them what you've been telling people at the table? You want to go on camera? No?
Talking about it.
Talking in person?
So I just wanted to say, guys, I really appreciate you being out here and like.
Hey Riley, my official statement on Israel and Palestine is on my Facebook, and I do have a video up on that. It's so cold though. It is so cold. I'm in my beanie and I shrank, so I'm like, hello Pepper, I'm up here volunteering with Indigenous Now at a Say Gay rally, or Say Gay event in Salem, Oregon. Of course, Riley. Hi Leia. That's all right, Rebecca. I've been doing more in-person stuff more than online.
Exactly.
And I have a lot of in-person stuff too. Yeah, it'd be warmer if the wind would stop.
Yeah, I mean, and I can't.
Hey Austin, I have my official statement on my Facebook page. The link is in my bio.
My grandpa is native.
I went live because we're about to have some speeches done. Luce is going to talk. So I'm gonna go up there and actually show you guys their signs. Nice, nice.
If you can hear me, clap once.
So abolish.
If you can hear me, clap twice.
Prison and deportation pipeline.
Let's get started with the speeches.
Indigenous
Can everyone come up here, please?
And you have the Democratic Party of America. You have that.
I
You have
recommend the vendors. I
HIV
recommend people that are
Alliance
around.
over here.
We will have mics so you can hear us very clearly. If you want to say where you're at, I do recommend that. So that
The
way
Capitol Pride.
The first to speak will be the Oregon
What
Communist
does?
Party USA.
Yeah. I can go put the lid on that. That's a good idea. Unidos, Latinos Unidos Siempre is here.
Portland DSA. Stay on DSA, and then I will.
Gotta
go
get the
back.
lid on the donation jar really quick.
So, and at the mayor, so we're gonna get going. Starting off with Oregon State USA.
Oh, cold. Yeah, let me finish showing you who's here. I grew up in a Mexican family, Rebecca. I am Mexican. So we have the Republican Party of Labor, Democratic Socialists of America, Portland, and then we have the Communist Party. And then, let's see who's over here. There's other creators here. Hello, Alexis. Hey, C, you're going to be muted till you can learn some manners. Maybe your mother should have taught you better. Trinkets. Other stuff. Just live streaming over here, don't mind me.
All right.
These
So
other
first off
vendors,
is
beautiful
Ashley
artwork right there.
of the Salem Club of the Oregon Communist Party of USA.
Jewelry.
She's here with her comrades here, with the Communist flag up behind me. She will speak to y'all about their side of things with the queer community.
More artwork
Let's give her a wonderful round of applause, please.
right here.
And
Pin
Ashley,
cushions.
join me.
Okay, but now I got to get the speakers. I know, aren't they cute? Oh, it started at 11. There's been a lot of people coming through.
For you to address the topic of utmost importance and relevance, LGBTQ plus workers' rights as they relate to socialism and workers' rights. In our pursuit of a more just and equitable society, it is crucial that we not only champion the rights of all workers, but also recognize the unique challenges faced by the LGBTQ plus community in the workplace. Socialism, at its core, is built on the principles of equality, solidarity, and the empowerment of the working class. It seeks to dismantle oppressive systems and create a society that values every individual, regardless of their gender identity or sexual orientation. In this vision, LGBTQ plus workers' rights are not merely an afterthought, but an integral part of the broader struggle for workers'
Say
liberation.
gay in Salem, Oregon.
Historically, the struggle for LGBTQ plus rights has been intertwined with the labor movement. From the Stonewall Uprising in 1969, led by trans women of color, to the fight against discrimination and harassment in the workplace, the LGBTQ plus community has stood side by side with workers in demanding fair treatment, respect,
doing awesome.
and dignity.
They have a little baby too.
Yet, despite significant progress in recent years, many challenges persist. LGBTQ plus workers continue to face discrimination, wage disparities, and unequal treatment in the workplace. This discrimination not only affects individuals, but also undermines the principles of solidarity and collective bargaining that are at the heart of the socialist movement.
Tiny baby.
In a truly socialist society, the rights and well-being of LGBTQ plus workers would be guaranteed and protected. This means comprehensive anti-discrimination laws that explicitly include sexual orientation and gender identity as protected classes. It means equal access to employment opportunities, promotions, and benefits irrespective of one's gender identity or sexual orientation. It means workplace cultures that are inclusive, accepting, and celebrate diversity in all its forms. Furthermore, socialism recognizes the struggle for LGBTQ plus workers' rights cannot be divorced from the broader fight for social and economic justice. LGBTQ plus workers, particularly those who face intersecting forms of oppression
Thank you.
due to their race, class, or disability, are often disproportionately affected by poverty, lack of health care, and housing insecurity. A socialist approach to workers' rights demands the dismantling of these systemic barriers and the provision of robust social safety nets that uplift all marginalized communities. We must also recognize that the liberation of the LGBTQ plus workers cannot be achieved solely through legislation or policy changes. It requires a collective effort to challenge societal norms, prejudices, and stereotypes. Education, awareness, and empathy-building initiatives within workplaces and communities are essential to foster a culture of acceptance,
so
respect, and understanding.
you think that communism or whatever kills people like us, but look, they're here supporting our event. Democratic Socialist of America, Communist Party USA, even the American Party of Labor.
It is incumbent upon
So,
us to fight against
they have a free
discrimination,
Palestine sign.
inequality, and prejudice.
Try again,
in
Nicholas.
all its
Not
forms.
Nicholas.
By embracing a socialist framework that prioritizes equality and justice, We can create a society where every LGBTQ plus worker is celebrated, valued, and afforded the rights they deserve. Times will get dire, so we offer y'all a quote to cheer your spirits. You must never give in to despair. Allow yourself to slip down that road, and you surrender your lowest instincts. In the darkest times, hope is something you give yourself. That is the meaning of inner strength. Thank you. We love you. Happy Pride.
Woo! I made sure to turn so you guys can see the ASL interpreter.
Let's give Oregon CPOC another
Maybe I
round of
can come
applause,
over here.
please. And for the people who just joined us, thank you so much for being here. Thank you.
Can you guys see her better?
Now,
See them better?
next up, we have Latinos Unidos Siempre. They're a local Latino youth group that's been here since 1995. We will have two speakers.
There we
within
go.
them.
There we go.
So I would like for them to come up, all of them, with their signs too,
Woo!
and take it away.
Hi y'all. Before we start with our speech, just want to show y'all that this is our youth from Latinos Unidos Siempre, and as well, I want to take a moment of silence for all of us to come together for Palestine. That everything is going on over there. It's really sad and messed up, but
Oh, they're probably adults.
Thank you, everyone. Hello, all. My name is Neva.
And I'm Alondra. We are youth leaders from the community and from Latinos Unidos Siempre.
For those who don't know Luz, Luz is a youth-led organization that was founded in 1996 by youth who came from lower income, working class, and farm worker families that were constantly being criminalized and demonized. The creation of Luz came out of the need of advocacy of BIPOC youth facing policing in and out of schools and other systemic forms of oppression.
And this also includes BIPOC youth who also have different identities and part of the LGBTQ community. Even though our existence gets ignored day by day, it is important to know that we as BIPOC youth know and understand intersectionality because we live it every day. In the intersection of our identities and our experiences as queer youth of color, as we face racism even by people who are queer and quote progressive, and treated as if we aren't queer enough.
The school to prison deportation pipeline is something that we have been tackling since the creation of Luz, and it's also important to understand that the effects BIPOC queer youth face too. The prison industrial complex and incarceration as whole has inflicted systemic violence on queer people of color.
When it comes to school, there's a lack of culturally proficient support and manner of treating queer youth of color, and there is need to shift the culture of white-centered spaces to acknowledge that queer BIPOC youth exist in schools and have our own experiences as well. That intersect with other identities. The reality is that schools don't support youth unless they are not openly queer or out of the closet. Also, if we look at the laws, it is important to keep an eye on the school districts and school board meetings because that is where homophobia, transphobia is mainly said by fascists. We must protect the queer youth.
Woo! Yes.
When we look at movements as whole, it has been BIPOC trans women who have paved the way for LGBTQ movement. It is them who introduced radical aspects of what it means to be queer. It was them who shed the light on different struggles BIPOC queer people face, like incarceration, racism, immigration, disabilities, houselessness, displacement of their lands, and erasure of their history. The average life expectancy of BIPOC trans women is 30 to 35 years. Can you imagine what life could be like if we were able to live their full lives and be elders?
BIPOC queer youth deserve a future. where we can flourish and grow. Our experiences deserve to be acknowledged, and we deserve a world that's well.
This isn't a protest,
where we all
try again.
truly abolish all systems of oppression. Because like Marsha P. Jason said,
No pride for some of us without liberation for all of us. Thank you.
thank you.
Alicia, you're the biggest joke in the chat right now, so try again.
Now let's give Luce another round of applause, please.
Woo!
Now, I want to call all of the SAF, please. So everyone here, with both flags, you can be totally confused right now. We got this. First thing first, this is members of the Willamette Valley DSA. We have Portland, we have Eugene, we have Salem. We have people here in solidarity that's here because they know that it is the queer community's right to say gay. So to start things off, we're gonna have Eugene DSA speak. So, if y'all are ready, hold that thought. Let's give him a round of applause, please. If you're ready.
Hello. I'm Sam from Eugene Springfield DSA. I'm so thrilled to be here. I'm so
Hi,
thrilled
Purple Haze.
that this event is being arranged and organized. We are here partnering with Star Voting. We're looking to reform the way we do voting, improve our democracy, and better hold power to account. And I will hand you off to Emma.
Hey everybody, thank you. Do you mind actually holding the timer, just so I have some idea? Okay, so first off, I just want to say, can we get a yes, queen? Yeah, come on, louder, let's do this. Thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little experiment. This might be a total failure and disaster, but I think it could actually be a lot of fun. Is there anybody in the audience who has some experience with improvisational theater?
Me, but I'm not
Okay,
going up
do you
there.
want to come up and be a volunteer? I need one other person.
Oh God.
Okay, anybody who doesn't have any experience
There's a volunteer.
with that, but is willing to be essentially it's a statue. It's gonna be really simple. Okay, come on forward. Okay, so without thinking, what I
I
want you
used
guys
to be a
do
theater geek. I'm not
is-
anymore.
So do you know what a statue is? Like the idea of a statue, like you stand and you hold a pose, okay? So what I want you to do is give us an image of a person dominating another person and hold that pose. Yeah, like you guys are, one of you is dominating the other. Okay, so just hold that for a second. What is that? So, what do you feel like when you look at that in your book? When you look at that, what does that feel like?
Thank
do you
you.
feel anything in your body in reaction to that? Does anybody want to share what that feels like when you actually look at that? Feels like what? Fighting oppression? But isn't it also oppression? It's hard to hear you, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, okay, so that kind of adds to it, I know. So, but at some level, it's people doing that to each other, right? So I want everybody to consider that this is the paradigm of our civilization. This is the beginning, I'm gonna cause a lot of feedback. This is actually what our civilization, what we call a civilization, looks like. This is the basis of our politics. This is even the basis when you get really
Then leave.
pissed of our religion. It's this game. Can we play a different game? What would that even look like? You guys can let it go. Thank you. What that is called is that is power over.
Nope, I did not drop out.
Volunteers.
I will not drop out.
Thank you, volunteers. Thanks for doing that. So that is called power over. I get to do unto you because. And whatever comes after because is a story. We tell ourselves that story. And that story becomes the basis of dehumanization. It becomes the basis of hurting each other. Even those of us who are on the same side start doing that to each other, right? It's like, hey, I don't like you, you hurt me, so I get to hurt you back. We live in a culture where it's all about first, condemn first, tell people how they should feel, how they should be, what they should do, and then, only when there's dead bodies on the freaking ground, do we then say, oh, maybe we should talk.
Not right now, Mad
Maybe
Hatter.
we should negotiate. Only after there are 7,000 people freaking dead in Palestine, and, well, let's go even further back, 6 million dead in Germany, and even more than that, 100 million dead in Native America, and witches, and queer people, and trans people, and black people, and white people, and other white people. It's like, how many of you are fucking sick of it?
Yeah!
How many of you were sick of it fucking 10,000 goddamn years ago? The world is sick of it. We're hurting. Our hearts are fucking broken. And what can we do about it? A couple of things, right? One of the things is that our political system in America is actually designed for that dynamic to continue happening, because you have only one of two bad choices. For me, as a trans woman, I do not have the luxury of being apolitical. And when I'm getting people to sign petitions and they tell me, oh, I don't care about politics, it's like, well, I'm glad you feel like you have the luxury of being apolitical, because for me, it's like bad choice or death. That's where we're at. And it's designed so that one side gets to crush the other. There's nobody to vote for those people who are like, well, I'm kind of like financially conservative, who I disagree with their viewpoints, right? Like, I'm like an anarchist socialist person, somewhere in that mix. And there are people who are like, you know, okay, I'm a financially, we should have like the free market, or at least that's what they call it, right? It's like, okay, I disagree with you, but if that person wants somebody to vote for, but they don't want to see trans people trampled in the streets, well, it's like, well, I also just have to vote for the person who wants to trample trans people in the street. So I'm going to vote for the person who wants to trample trans people in the street.
Bye.
So there's a couple of things here. First off, I'm going to just throw this out. There is an idea called nonviolent communication, which go check out, everybody, but that's actually not what I'm standing up here promoting today. So go check that out, and then forget that I said it. I also want to tell you about star voting, because star voting is potentially a solution. It's really simple. What it comes down to is, instead of being forced to vote for a single candidate, lesser of two evils, you actually get to do a 0 to 5 star rating for all the candidates. So you can do 5 stars with 3 different candidates. So if this had actually been implemented at the national level during the Republican primary in 2016,
they're not running.
well,
I
Trump
am.
only got
Try again, James.
35% of the vote.
Your comprehension
there were
is
a bunch
lacking.
of moderate Republicans who split the vote. But together they got over 60%. They would have potentially, if we had star voting, one of them would have actually taken it. They
I'm
would have had a
Jones. I'm the
runoff
one
between
running for
two moderate
president.
Republicans, and we would be in a very
Now listen to the
different
speech.
state. The same thing on the Democratic side in 2020. Biden only got 35%. He had 7 or 8 progressive Democrats who together got 65%, but each of them individually got like 8%. So you keep getting this situation where the vote gets split and you end up with the worst candidates, and it is sending our country off a cliff. So it is time. This isn't the only solution. We've got a lot of other things to deal with, but we've got this as something that we can sign for right now that could be the beginning of a movement to at least get us on even keel in this country so we don't go over completely.
Thank you, Salem. Thank you.
So, if you haven't signed that petition, definitely encourage it. That is at least going to buy us some time. And then we can deal with the stuff like the nonviolent communication, like I said. And we can actually start bringing that into our politics. We can actually start electing politicians.
United States.
Who can... Thank you. How much? 30 seconds. We can start bringing people into our politics who are like, let's talk about our needs first, instead of attacking each other and accusing each other, and then only talking about our needs after their dead bodies on the ground. So I want to thank you everybody for hearing. Thank you for being here. And
yes, tips.
Yes, Queens, let's do this.
Woo!
Thank you.
Another round of applause for Eugene DSA, please. Next up, we have Portland DSA. So when you're ready, and also please give them a round of applause for Portland DSA.
Thank you for subscribing. Thank you.
Hi y'all, can
Thanks,
you hear me
tips.
all right? Awesome, I'm Emma, use she, her pronouns, I'm from Portland DSA. I want to give a big thank you to everyone who made this event possible. We really appreciate all the hard work you put into it.
I am in Salem, Oregon right now.
If you haven't seen already, Portland DSA has become a trans and reproductive rights campaign. We're hoping to join in collaboration with Salem DSA and Eugene DSA to make this a region-wide effort. We will be campaigning for free Medicare, free abortion and transition care for those who needs it, affordable public housing, an end to workplace discrimination, access to treatment for incarcerated folks, and more.
I'm not speaking at this event.
We're hoping this can be a start of a greater and more collaborative organizing effort. Our goal is not
I'm
only
volunteering
to change
with
policy in mind,
Indigenous Now
but also to build
and
networks
helping at their
within our
booth.
communities and get trans workers into unions so we are stronger and more resilient in the future. We have a sign up for those who are interested, helping and joining the campaign. Please put your city that you're based out of so we can share your info with the right chapter. Our table is located just across the way. Please sign up when you can. I'm sure you're already aware there have been abortion bans in 30 states right now. In the past year, 583
That's why I'm
anti-trans
here.
bills have been introduced. Across the U.S., bodily autonomy, that is our right to make decisions about our own bodies, is being taken away. This is not just a trend that has emerged within this last year. There have been campaigns centered around taking away our rights to reproductive care for decades. And the last few years have been the deadliest on record for trans folks. With the
I actually do. I have 3 children.
Black trans women and trans
I also
people of
grew
color.
up attracted to women.
Discrimination in workplaces, in medical establishments, and harassment by the police has been a constant. This will not go away, and will only become worse if we let it. Within many folks' lifetimes, the Stonewall riots sparked a larger opposition to the common use of cross-dressing laws to arrest trans people and harass gay folks at any officer's whim. That movement over time was divided along racial lines, along class lines, between men and women, and between cis and trans people. It weakened every time one group thought they could just
Alexis
get a
really
little
is.
bit
I
more
love
from
it.
society if they dropped those others. Looking further back, this nation, since the beginning of its history, has been working to erase gender diversity among its citizens and every non-European culture it encountered. Trans people
They don't hold back.
Back then, we exist now, and will exist tomorrow no matter what backwards legislation, no matter what sort of hateful rhetoric, and no matter what violent actions are encouraged and performed. I want to be clear. These attacks are not just for hatred or bigotry. This is a means of control, not just for those affected by the law,
Brittany Jones.
but for it's a distraction for the working people from the policies contributing to the economic and ecological destruction that grows worse by the day. The same policies lining the pockets of the rich, the owning class. Rhetoric against trans people, rhetoric against reproductive rights, is being used as dog whistles. These attacks on bodily autonomy are accompanied by book bans, the erasing of Black and Native histories in schools, attacks on immigrants, and the increased militarization of the police. This is not just an attack on some of us, this is an attack on all of us. If we continue to let ourselves turn on each other's communities and blame each other for the systemic problems that we are facing, we will never be able to
That's
overcome
not
the
me on
violence and
stage.
divisions
I'm
that
behind the
impose on
camera.
us every day. We have to stand as a greater class of people. From Portland, Salem, and Eugene, to Idaho, Tennessee, and Florida. From North America, to Central America, to South America, to Ukraine, and to Palestine. While we might feel safe at the moment here in Oregon, I want to remind folks what rights truly mean in the United States. What rights could only mean under a system based on capitalism and imperialism. Because we can't access abortion care, and we can access gender-affirming services here, but only if you can afford the steep prices of medical bills and insurance. You have access only if you have the special pieces of paper stating you were born on one side of an imaginary line drawn on a map. That's if you're lucky enough not to be part of the largest incarcerated population in the world, which we hold here in the United States. Those things which should be a right are not treated as rights, but as privileges. Given due to a socioeconomic class, they can be taken away at any moment, as soon as we're no longer able to afford the price to keep those privileges. As much as I think we all want everyone to have access to housing and medical care and jobs that provide them dignity and respect, this can never happen so long as we're set on commodifying everything under the sun and only care about maximizing profit. That is our existence under capitalism. We cannot limit ourselves to just fighting on the defensive, only trying to win back privileges we've lost. We have to fight for everyone, everywhere, to have a decent living. We have to fight for a world where we don't leave each other to fall behind or turn on each other to get ahead. We're not going to build this world in a day or in a month. And no one is coming along to save us. It's time for us to collectively save ourselves. It will take years of organizing among all of us, years of building community and speaking up for each other, building solidarity with our social movements and labor unions, exercising the power to strike. But if we're able to have solidarity as a class with a vision for a socialist
I don't
future,
speak. This is not my event.
there can be a better world that we can build. It won't be a utopia, but it will be made to serve the people, not the owning capitalist class, which would have us fight each other here at home and make wars to boost their weapon sales abroad. I hope you join DSA today, and I hope that you join our campaign for trans and reproductive rights. But more so, I hope that you start getting active
yes, Bishop.
in your communities and organizing yourselves. If not in our organization, it can be in another. I hope that you join in our work and our fight for many years to come. I hope that we can start to support each other rather than fight for a pat on the head or some handout policies that will be taken away in another decade. It's time we leave behind begging for our dignity and our families and our lives to a government that never hears us, a government never able to agree on anything but funding and creating more world wars and giving bailouts to banks, financial institutions, and corporations which gamble for our lives. It's time we organize together, fight back, and build a socialist world, one where we're all liberated. That is what our campaign is fighting for. That's what DSA is fighting for, and we'd love to organize with you. Thank you all for coming out, and thank you for your time. I appreciate y'all. Please sign up over at the DSA booth in the back there, and thank you all again for your time. Thanks. Solidarity.
Let's give Portland DSA another round of applause. Next, we have Salem DSA, who I am a part of. So can you here, please? And our speaker is actually one of the co-chairs.
Actually, before the Israeli occupation of the Palestinian lands, Palestinians, Arabics, Jewish people, etc., lived together peacefully. You're confusing Hamas with Palestinian people, and that's your problem.
My name is Giovanni Tolentino, and I am the co-chair of the Salem chapter of the Democratic Socialists of America. I want to extend the greatest of thanks to my comrades in the Eugene and Portland chapters who braved the drive across the Willamette Valley to join us today, as well as the students in our youth section, who I believe there's one of here today in the crowd.
The majority of people in Palestine are minors, and they did not vote for Hamas. Hamas was voted in years ago.
Chair of Salem DSA SEGE Working Group, Samuel Townsend.
That's like saying the American people support our government, so we all deserve to die. I don't support our government. Fuck our government.
In a few words, to everyone here today, thank you, thank you, thank you. I am proud to stand here today representing the largest socialist organization in the country, powered by over 70.
How could they remove them from power when they're literally under Israeli's boot? Try again.
Of these many,
but pay attention to the speak. We're not here to speak about Palestine.
Common cause. From trans rights and bodily autonomy to the international fight against apartheid, as has been articulated by my comrades, what binds the passions of these 75,000 together is such a focal, elementary cell: solidarity. This is what I hope to discuss with you today.
You do realize that Republicans are literally trying to strip away the rights of the LGBTQIA2S community, correct?
Part of Salem DSA's
that they kill us,
work
they target us, they attack us.
Today.
How are they better than Hamas?
So much of it remains unfinished. Our local chapter is in the midst of a campaign to support both the Salem Kaiser Education Association and the Association of Salem Kaiser Education Support Professionals, as both unions bargain with
no
the
wonder
Salem
you support
Kaiser
Israel.
School District for a new and fairer contract.
The Israeli government. You're all colonizers and genociders.
The unions are asking for are cost of living adjustments and compensation to keep up with historic inflation as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic, greater contributions to employee health care, more time to plan for lessons during contract hours, and safer working conditions. In the past year alone, buildings have received reports of physical assaults against staff and temperatures
because they're miserable
into dangerous heat levels. The brutality of working conditions in the district cannot be understated. As we brave the weather to stand in solidarity with our siblings in the LGBTQIA+ community, we may empathize with these challenges, but wonder how they relate to this event today. After all, we may wonder, are these not separate issues? Socialists don't quite see it that way. The labor struggle and the queer rights struggle are all part of one cosmos. Among the teachers who will fight to put food on the table and a roof over their head if a fairer contract is not enacted, queer teachers will be the most afflicted.
I'm actually indigenous descendant of the Potomac.
Living wages are a queer rights issue. Housing is a queer rights issue. Healthcare is a queer rights issue. Safe working conditions are a queer rights issue. Economic freedom and workplace democracy are a queer rights issue and are paramount to queer liberation. Lastly, when our educators hurt, our students hurt. When lesson plans cannot be prepared or the buses cannot run on time because our staff is struggling to make ends meet, and this keeps them from
you don't make treaties with conquered people.
Students, where do our students, especially our LGBTQIA+ students, have left to turn to for emotional, social, and academic support? This is why I urge you to continue the project of solidarity. Do not let it end here. Fight back against Superintendent Andrea Castañeda's ongoing assault on public education in Salem Kaiser and her ghoulish mission to run the district like a for-profit industry. Fight back against her bureaucratic cronies in district leadership, giving themselves up to 27% pay raises while telling rank and file staff
So many colonizers in here.
3.5%. Show up to school board meetings, attend open bargaining sessions, make it out to union rallies. I don't like to put the cart before the horse, but if it comes to it, be ready to join a picket line as well. This moment calls on us to stand firm in the face
Thank you,
of
Salem. Thank
exploitation.
you.
Now, before I bid you all farewell, I would like you to take a look at the person standing next to you. And in their faces, see not a stranger, but kin in the struggle against the rich and the powerful. If we are to emerge from this moment victorious, we need to view each other as more than temporary
Hey, who? What the fuck do you think we're
allies in a
doing?
one-time mobilization. Be lifelong siblings. As socialist presidential candidate and movement figure Eugene Debs put it, quote, "Solidarity is not a matter of sentiment, but a fact, cold and impassive as the granite foundations of a skyscraper. It exists not because of mere
my apologies.
altruism, but because of our shared experiences as working people. If we are to succeed, we must hone our shared identity into common purpose. So let us commit to this vision, my friends, for the sake of our teachers, our queer community.
The sun is right in my eyes, so I am missing some comments.
We have a world to win. Thank you all very much.
Let's give Salem DSA another round of applause, please. I guess it's my turn now. As you may know, my name is Samuel Townsend. I am the chair of Salem Oregon. I am the treasurer of Salem DSA. I am a member of the Oregon Communist Party USA. I'm a comrade of the TLG Siempre and of the Indigenous Now, and of Salem Capital Pride, and HIV Alliance, and every vendor here. When this rally was all about, as you may know, it was a response of the Don't Say Gay bill floor. There's a response of all the anti-queer bills that's come about since. I felt that the Willamette Valley needed a safe space to just be. Now, that may not be much for a lot of people, but it means a lot to the queer community, because there's times where just being is too much for some people, and that's not right. Thus, June 25th. As y'all may know, a lot has happened since. 538 anti-queer bills out there now, trying to be pushed for, trying to get passed to get rid of us. And for what? Because we're like the same gender? Because we realize that we're not the gender we were born with, we're the gender we were supposed to be? That's just being a human being. And if that's too much, then motherfucker, we're too much, and that's perfectly alright. I'm gonna pull a little bit of a mulligan here. I would like to have Luce and CPUSA to come back on stage, please. Can Oregon CPUSA and Luce come back here, please? And I also want Salem Capital Pride to come here, please. And I want Push Fitness to come here, please. Bring the flag too. And I want the Wild Witches of Willamette to come here, please.
Willamette.
And I want HIV Alliance to come here, please. I want the American Party of Labor to come here, please. I know I'm looking kind of crazy right now, but we're gonna do this.
What about Indigenous Now?
I would love to have Hannah Shooting Bear. Yes, you. Come here, please. Yeah, I know. The people that are behind me, the people that are coming forward, the people that are taking pictures, the people that are signing, they are the reason why Say Gay is what it is now. They all believe that you deserve to be visible. Not pushed away, not hidden, not acting like you don't exist. They believe in each and every one of you.
There's Hannah. Right there.
All of us are here in solidarity. Each and every one of us. Because you deserve the right to just be. And you have the right to say gay. You have the right to say lesbian.
Yes.
You have the right to say bisexual. You have the right to say transsexual. You have the right to say transgender. You have the right to say pansexual and asexual and other genres that I completely forgot about just now.
Pansexual.
It's a list.
Two-spirit.
You can say, you have the right to say that you're queer. You have the right to say that you're two-spirited. Or anything that I completely just forgot just now. You are you. You are loved. I'm going to say that again. You are loved. Don't let anyone tell you anything different. Don't let anyone tell you that people hate you because you're born the way that you fucking are. You are beautiful just the way that you fucking are. I'm going to say that again. You are beautiful just the way that you are.
Yes.
It doesn't matter if you want to wear a skirt. It doesn't matter when you wear some jeans. It doesn't matter when you wear a big ass suit of armor for some reason, but go you. I love that shit. You know, I love that shit. I don't know why. I know you're warm as fuck, and I appreciate that. You're the warmest guy here. That's amazing. I know, right? It doesn't matter your age. It doesn't matter where you're from. This rally is to make it very clear that Say Gay Oregon is here to stay. We're going to be doing a lot more than just a rally every year. We're going to push back against Andrea Constanza, whose name I just messed up, because we're not a for-profit place. We're going to stand with Latinos Unidos Siempre, Oregon CPUSA, Indigenous Now, BSA, all the chapters, because we want to fight for you, and that's what we will do. After a break, because I'm retired now. You can be here. But after I take a very long nap, we will fight for you. And
thank you, Majestic. Thank you, PJ. Thank you, Todd. Thank you, everyone.
Mention something that, yes, not part of this rally that needs to be mentioned. Genocide is not okay. Killing the Palestinian people because you feel that your holy land is not okay. Killing an innocent person, no matter what the reason is not okay. Palestine deserves to be free.
Yes.
In case I need to say it again. I'm going to say it one more time since you said that. Palestine deserves to be free.
Free Palestine.
Palestine deserves to be motherfucking free. Good for you for feeling how you feel. And I feel
someone said I stand with Israel.
Us as a queer community, just like how Palestine is fighting for them, we need to fight for us. So I'm going to say thank you.
I'm here with Indigenous Now, Kelly.
For being here. Thank you so much for every vendor that is present here. This is not the end of the rally. But I do know it's getting really, really cold. So I'm trying to acknowledge that. Still check out each vendor, see what they have, buy something, treat yourself, something nice. And I want you to just...
There's Loose right there. This isn't my event either, Kelly. There's Hannah's Shooting Bear for Indigenous Now right there. And then there's Loose that have Mexican and Indigenous children in their organization.
And don't let no one take your identity away. Thank you.
Woo!
Now, I'm gonna put some music back on. This ride is gonna go for another roughly hour, give or take. Any vendors that are freezing their hands off and want to start packing up, you can start doing that now if you need to. I would love for you to stay, but if you're freezing, I get it. I reach out to you to say thank you at a time. Enjoy yourself.
No, I will not go to Palestine. I'm fighting for America and the people here.
And I'll speak to y'all like an hour from now to send y'all off. Okay? Thank you.
Yes, I am. Meanwhile, you're just trolling on TikTok because you have no life.
Thank you all of you for being on stage in the most random of times.
Hello.
That was actually amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, Mads. I'm freezing. I'm Indigenous. Whew. I want the vote of the right people, the people who actually care about America and the people in it. The Indigenous community, the BIPOC community, the LGBTQIA2S community. I don't want the votes of people who want to take our rights away, but I have to go introduce myself to more people. So make sure you follow me. This will be posted on YouTube if you missed some of it. We've had over 1,000 people come through the live. But yeah, this will be posted on YouTube. The link is in the bio. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.